Good morning to our Zoom call. I'm excited because I love the great topics that you guys are suggesting. And, you know, I'm very passionate about using the holidays to grow your business because you can either, you know, lay down. Okay, you can't talk otherwise. I have to let you go. Shh. You just have to be silently beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, you can either let the holidays control you and not grow, or you can utilize the holidays to your advantage and grow your business and really thoroughly enjoy this time of year, which is important. I think she might be slightly distracting. What do you guys think? Anyway, so I have a PowerPoint that I'm going to open up, so I'm going to share my screen. You guys, sorry. I made the mistake of telling my twins they could stay in here, and now they're being loud. Hey, Hazel and Hudson, can you guys go downstairs, please? Let me find my... Hey, go downstairs, please. Okay, you guys are disobeying me. I would like you to go downstairs right now. Thank you. Go downstairs. Okay, you guys, I'm getting frustrated. Go downstairs right now. We're going to lose privileges if not. I apologize. Okay, I have very obedient children, as you guys can all hear. Okay.
There's no such thing as always obedient children. They just don't exist.
Especially not being awesome right now. I'm going to stop sharing this for just a second. I apologize. I don't mean to be such a hot mess today. I'm just going to mute everybody. There we go. Tita, where are you? I got to check out that hair. All I see is your ceiling. Tita must be having a bad hair. Oh, there we go. Tita must be having a bad hair day because he's hiding very quickly. Okay, so I'm going to try sharing again. And I will do, I don't know. I don't know why this is not letting me select that I would like to, that I want to share my PowerPoint. I don't want to share everything. Okay, well, I guess go ahead and share everything this morning. There we go. My children are downstairs fighting, as usual, so we're good to go. Everything's normal. All right, so growing during the holiday season. I love this time of year. I love Christmas. I love Thanksgiving. I love it all. And, you know, there's been some years that I have definitely taken more of a backseat and really enjoyed the holidays. But then there's been other years where I'm like, you know what? I really want to grow my team and I really want to enjoy the holiday season. So this year I'm really focused on, you know, taking in everything about the holidays and letting it really help to grow my business. So we're going to go through some of my favorite tips. And the first thing that I recommend is planning ahead, for sure. You know, this is a crazy month, especially for me. I'm going to be doing a personal vacation with my family. We like to go to Disneyland during Christmas because I love the Christmas decorations, the Christmas music. Some of the rides have Christmas themes. So I love doing that during December. And so I have to plan ahead. And then I'm going to be visiting my team in Utah, and we're going to go as a family and go to Utah as well. So I have 3 different trips just in December. So, you know, obviously it requires some planning ahead and navigating so that I can make sure that I get everything packed in that I can. And then, of course, it's Thanksgiving. And so I have to look ahead at my month and think, okay, so, you know, pull out my calendar on my phone. That's my thing to do. So if you're in Utah and then you're on my team and you're a business builder, then on December 14th, we're having a business lunch. And I'm going to be doing a Christmas party for my team on December 13th, the night before. We're going to have a white elephant gift exchange, but the point is I've planned ahead. You know, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing a Christmas party for my Kansas City group the week after that when I'm back in town. So I'm really excited. I also am going to be I want to make sure that I do at least one intro class in December as well. And I'm going to tell you some of the other fun classes that I'm going to be doing. So you guys may be showing up at my doorstep to come hang out with me. And I wouldn't blame you because they really are going to be that awesome. So pull out your calendars, look at December, and decide when can I do some events with my teams. And I think it's important to also, if you can, add in some time for some booths and vendor shows. They're abundant, and it's fun to enjoy the holiday season at a booth or a vendor show. I did one at my daughter's elementary school a week and a half ago, and I already have gotten a home essentials enrollment from it. So I met a woman at the booth, and she wanted to know all about oils. And I said, you know what, let's go to lunch and talk oils. And she ended up coming over here, and she signed up for Home Essentials Kit, and she's going to be doing LRP. So, and the fun thing about that booth that I did is it wasn't very well attended. There was not a lot of people, but I met some really great people from my neighborhood that I had, we just moved here. And I don't want to make it all just about, hi, I'm Jenn Oldham. Do you want to come to my doTERRA class? I wanted a more tactful way to incorporate it. And of course, I've tried to bring it up, but sometimes people just won't ask the questions back that allow you to talk about what you do. Like my neighbor lady came over one time, and I was like on the phone, and she was like, I'm so sorry I'm interrupting your work. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay. I seriously have the best job ever. And I'm so flexible with my work. And if I'm doing a phone call, it's okay. Like, don't worry, you can send your kids over still. And I was thinking, surely she'll ask what I do. No, she didn't. So, and I haven't talked to her that many times. And so being able to see her at the booth and having her say, oh, I have no idea you do doTERRA. I'm really interested in oils, was great. And so I invited her to a class that I have set up next week. So it was a great way to break into my neighbors for the people that didn't know what I did. And then, and creating some new contacts. So it was great. And it was a super fun holiday themed booth. People had their Christmas decorations. They were blasting Christmas music. It was just fun. It totally got me into the holiday spirit, and I met new contacts. So, I mean, really, to me, it was a win-win. There's lots of booths that you can do this time of year, and keep them simple. That's my biggest piece of advice is I literally, and I can do a whole separate Zoom just on how to do a booth, but I got a white tablecloth. I put a black or like a silvery sparkle runner across the middle just to give it some flair. And I pulled out I had one of my boxes of oils. I had an emotions kit, and then just some fun table accents. I had a diffuser, but I kept it really simple. I didn't bring all of doTERRA's products. I just brought a few things. I brought some stuff that had to do with kids just because it was at an elementary school. So I know everybody that was coming through was coming to support their kids. So I had that, but I kept it really simple, and I made contacts, and really I did need to be outgoing and ask people. And I even walked around and introduced myself to the other people doing booths because it was a little bit slow. And again, I made some great contacts. I have another woman I have another person coming over for a one-on-one that was at another booth. So it was super fun. So look for vendor shows, and you can look for them on Facebook. You can look, like for me, I can look up Kansas City vendor shows. And I will post what my friend who is the queen of finding vendor shows told me to do on how to find vendor shows on this event afterwards so you guys can see it. Now, another fun thing you can do is incorporate holiday themes. People love coming to a party. So Monday with my Kansas team, so I'm in Missouri, even though it's Kansas City, Missouri, we're on the Missouri side, and there's a Kansas side as well. And we're going to be doing a neighbor make and take night. So we're going to be a neighbor gift make and take, I should say. But we're going to be making gifts that we would give to our neighbors. And so I am super excited because we're going to have an ugly Christmas sweater contest, and we're going to be doing neighbor gift make and take. So I brought a bunch of spray bottles from Aroma Tools, and we're going to be making bath salts. I'm going to show them how to make bath salts really easily, and like sprays. And you guys, today's BOGO is killer. Douglas fir and white fir are like the best things to diffuse this year. So everybody take advantage of the BOGO yourself, and do it for your team as well. And that's another great thing is maximizing BOGOs is look to see where you need volume and text all your family and friends. Let them know that you'd love to place an order for them, even if they don't have an account. And you can do it all in one account together so that in an area on your team where you need volume. And then that way you can split the shipping that way, but just let everybody know what the BOGO is. But you can incorporate Douglas fir and white fir into your neighbor gifts. So that's another thing is gift your neighbors and friends gifts that have to do with the oils. Like if you get invited to a favorite things party, you can do something with the oils. You could do a spa night where you make sugar scrubs. You could be making body butters, whatever. A cookie night. You could frost your cookies with essential oils. Well, obviously frosting, but put essential oils in them. Or chocolate and oils. I mean, really, does it get better than that? You can make hot chocolate with essential oils, and you could do fudge with essential oils. You could make those things together, chocolate and essential oils. But it gets people exposed to essential oils, which is awesome. And it allows you to get together. I would definitely recommend that you're doing at least one intro class in December, but do some fun things as well. And, you know, a lot of times you can get new people invited and interested that normally are not interested by incorporating a fun holiday theme. Now, next thing I love to do during this time of year is show gratitude to my team because I'm so grateful for them. You know, honestly, you have an opportunity to sell oils, but you also have an opportunity to create a pipeline. And I want to thank those people that are in my pipeline that order on a monthly basis, because without them, I wouldn't have my income that I have, and we wouldn't all be as healthy. And that's even more important. So I want to take time and thank everybody for being customers. You can do get-togethers and parties. You can do an appreciation. I've done appreciation brunches where we make French toast and just get together and have a good time. You know, I mentioned when I go to back to Utah in December, I am going to be doing a Christmas holiday party just for my team. And we'll do a white elephant gift exchange. We'll have dinner. It's just going to be fun. So I'm just showing gratitude to my team. You know, most of my travel in December is definitely, I'm taking my family along, but there's just 2 days I'm going to sneak away with Richard, and we both have businesses that we have things going on in Utah that we're going to go just show gratitude to our teams. And he's going to take his employees from his business out to dinner. And I'm going to take my employees out to dinner because I have, you know, employees as well. So just showing gratitude to those around you is huge. And everybody likes to feel appreciated and feel like that they're noticed and someone is grateful for them. So you can send a little gift. I know I have Melissa on my team is going to come over today. You guys, again, you're going to be jealous. Melissa's waving. Hi, Melissa. We're going to be making hot chocolate mixed with oils and bath salts. And then we're going to be making some cookies for fun. So we're going to have a fun time. And we're going to be mailing to her team the hot chocolate mix. And it's going to be powdered mix with oils in it with dried marshmallows. It's going to be amazing. And bath salts, because the bath salts are really easy to stick in the mail. Just to say thank you to her team. So we're having so much fun together, and that's the best part. So, you know, doing fun things to show gratitude to your teams is important. You can also show your friends how doTERRA makes great gifts. So at the beginning of the month, and in fact, I would plan ahead now and do this now, is you could create a handout showing people great gifts that they could give. You know, the lemon lavender intro kit is amazing, or beginner's trio I think it's the intro kit. The beginner's trio is the bigger ones. The intro kit's the smaller one, I believe. But the little kit for $20 that has a lemon, lavender, peppermint, that's an excellent gift for anybody. You could show them the mood oils. We're going to head into a time of year. We're at this great time of year, the most wonderful time of the year right now. And then we go into January where it's like, where it's cold and gray and cloudy and depressing. And unless you're my husband and love snowboarding, the winter can be a little bit bleak. And so maybe show them some mood oils that they could incorporate into their gifts. And you could have gifts at different price points. You could have a $10 price point. You could have a $20 price point, $50 price point, $100 price point, and just show them some gifts that they could give with doTERRA. And that will end because next month there will very likely be a very enticing incentive to spend a little more money. So people may be wondering, oh man, I want to get this free incentive. It's really awesome. That has to do with the baby Jesus. But I also want to be able to do my Christmas shopping. Well, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You could also do an open house, and you could show people some fun different gifts that they could give away as well. You could show some bath salts, some hot chocolate mix, fun things that you've done. There's the ornaments that you can make, the salts ornaments that you can make that are great. If you go to the doTERRA blog, there's an abundance of ideas of make and takes that you can do, and they make really great gifts. And you could do an open house where people can see them displayed, and then you can do them together. So show people how these are awesome gifts. So this really is an excellent time of year to grow your business. It really is about planning ahead though, and really creating a strategy. I know for me, my strategy is I'm going to do an open house in both locations, Utah and Kansas City. I'm going to be doing an intro class in both locations, and I'm going to be doing appreciation in both places. And I am gone a good probably half of December, just with my family. We like to travel together. My kiddos are going to go Disney, and then we're going to spend a week in Utah as a family and go sledding and snowboarding for those of us that snowboard, or those of us that don't snowboard. That would be me. Richard does. I don't. Anyway, I would love to open it up and hear what other good ideas you guys are doing during this time of year and ways that you are maximizing the holidays for growing your business. So if you want to unmute yourselves and share anything, that would be excellent. Because I know that I'm certainly not the only person that has ideas. I know there's other people that have great ideas as well.
Hey, Jen, it's Jerica here in Texas. Hey, so I just talked to my old boss who I had shared oils with. She lives in Michigan now. So she has agreed to do a class through FaceTime. And so basically I'm just going to send her samples of everything that I would talk about in the class and all the class handout information. And then we're going to do a class through either FaceTime or Skype. We'll figure it out.
That's great. I've done that before. And you know what? I had a class once with about 500 PV that was it was Skype. Now I use Zoom, but I shared my screen. They could see a little picture of me, and I just did a class, and the gal that hosted the class had already enrolled, and she just passed around all the oils that she had, and she showed her diffuser, and it was great. It was awesome. So that's a great, thank you, Jerica, for sharing that. Does anyone else have any ideas or things that they're doing?
Another idea, and this would only be like for your local people, but if you had people over for a class, something that you could do is to make like cookies and put the essential oils in there. But everybody gets cookies during this time of year, so you could make it like a January box, and the cookies are like you ball them up and then you freeze them. So you give them like a little thing where they can put them in their freezer, and then they can take them out at any time they want to, but it's already got the oils in it, and it's good. I'm sorry, my son is screaming. Hey, shush. Sorry. But so that you can make them like a, because they're going to get all kinds of Christmas stuff now. You can make them like a little January survival package or something like that, by putting the oils and stuff in there. So that would be a fun little thing that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. I don't know. That was just an idea.
That is awesome. Anybody else?
Melissa, I really like that idea. With all my friends, we always get together and do a cookie exchange. So one person will make, I can't remember how many dozen. I think it was just 10 dozen cookies last year. And then we bring our cookie, and then we get a dozen of everybody else's cookies. And the cookies that I always take have 3 essential oils in them, and they're ones that they always ask me to bring every year. But I like the idea of rolling them up in balls and giving to them as well. I think that's great.
Yes, brilliant idea. Love it. You guys can even do and that's what you could do, freezer meals with oils in them. I mean, seriously, and do that that would survive the holidays on the days that you have. Well, and I don't like the term survive the holidays because I love the holidays, but there are some times where you're like, oh, I've got so much going on, and do something like that is for fun as well. Show people how to cook with the oils. I know there's another network company that does, they show how to cook with their herbs and spices, and you make freezer meals. You could do the same thing with the oils as well.
Hey, Jen, I've got one.
Hi.
Sorry about my voice, everybody. It's still gone. But I was talking to my mom last night, and there's a man in their neighborhood where he hides books all around the neighborhood. And he'll leave clues on their neighborhood Facebook page to where the book is each day, and he leaves like a little note with them. And so I started thinking, well, what if I did for like 12 days of Christmas, or for 12 days, we kind of did like a little treasure hunt around my apartment complex. And I hid, a little tiny sample of oil with a note card of how to use it and that sort of a thing. And then obviously like my contact information and things like that. And then each day I would post like a clue to where it is.
I think that's so
and that sort of thing. And it's been really fun for my mom and the neighborhood because like everybody, like you can see, she says everybody will be out looking for this book or whatever, or be out looking for whatever this thing is. And people end up meeting each other, getting to know each other. And it's just kind of created a really fun sense of like unity in the neighborhood. And like the kids get into it and everything. So I'm actually going to start doing that for the 12 days of Christmas in December. And I'm going to try and use like oils that kind of, relate to the holiday season. So I'll do like Douglas fir, white fir, and holiday joy and things like that. So that's what I'm going to do.
12 Days of Christmas is another great thing that you guys can do as well. Is, I've incorporated that into actually my business builders, like a different thing you can do every day. Or I'll give away a 12 Days of Christmas for anybody who does a certain activity on my team, which can be super fun. I've done that before. We've done a lot of fun things as a team. So it's fun to hear new ideas though. I'm like, ooh, that's a good one. I like that for sure. So yeah, are there anything else? It's always fun. This is kind of a fun format to just chat and hear what you guys are.
I saw a fun thing last year where they did the 12 sprays of Christmas. So they had like 12 different room sprays. And I mean, you could give it away as a package, or like every day you could do a new thing. Like anybody who does XYZ gets a spray today or something like that. But I thought that was kind of cool. The 12 sprays of Christmas and the different ones that they had. I think I found it on Pinterest too. So I'm pretty sure it's in there.
All right. Who is Cool Lady? I love that name, by the way. I'm just curious who is in on our Zoom call as Cool Lady. Melissa, I love that. And I actually bought the container or the stickers for the sprays, and then I moved twice. Not once, but twice, and I don't know where they are. I don't know if it's at my Utah house, my house here. Sorry, I'm looking. Cool Lady says, I don't know why it says that. Yeah, it just says Cool Lady. So I don't know who this is. That's excellent. Somebody asked about how to do the 12 Days of Christmas with my team. So basically you can do something where it's everybody on my team who shares a sample today will get a bottle of, or a sample of Holiday Joy. And you have to do this. You could either, if you have a huge team, you'd have to obviously be careful because otherwise you might be handing out 100 bottles of oil. But you can either pick a group, like your core group of builders that you usually work with, or you can open it up to everyone. You can do a drawing. Anybody who hands out a sample today will be entered to win a 15 ml bottle of Holiday Joy. Or then day 2 could be anybody who gets an enrollment will get to enter to win a bottle of frankincense. But you pick 12 oils or products that you want to give away and find ways to incorporate it for your team to be able to earn those products, which would be awesome. So yeah, we've had some fun with that for sure. And you can do, my friend did neighbor gifts of frankincense, gold, and myrrh. She gave little gold coins and a little sample of frankincense and myrrh to her neighbors, and then told them how they could use each of those oils. So there's some fun things too. Anybody else?
Jen, I've got one. Some of my upline have gotten together and did a perfume make and take, sort of, promoting that as possible Christmas gifts. Mm-hmm. So that's another idea.
I love
my makeup fell off.
Your makeup fell off?
Yeah.
Were you crying?
Fell off, so I had to get in and it got everywhere. So
I like that idea, Tito. Was there anything specific that they did, like other than just get together and do a make and take, or like what oils did they use for that?
Why are you crying?
Which one specifically?
Gosh, I'd have to look that up for you. I know that they ordered a kit from, I forget which website. I can put that up on the on our shared website a little bit later.
Yeah, they also there was a really good recipes that you could get from it was one of doTERRA's blog books that they did. In fact, it was the original one, and they have a whole section on like perfumes and colognes. And I'm happy to share that with any of you guys. If you want to see a copy of it, I can take a picture and send it out as well. Hazel, you should be happy.
be you happy?
She's been crying, and she came and told me that her makeup fell off.
Well, I wasn't crying.
But you have tears on your face.
Well, it's this shiny.
It's just shiny. Okay. Well, thank you guys for your wonderful ideas. I really appreciate all of you being on this morning, and keep sharing with our group what we're doing. And I also have some really exciting news coming up about my website. I have hired a social media specialist. It is Bree Redfern's sister, or Bree Singh. Bree's maiden name is Redfern, so her sister Lindsay Redfern, who I feel like I hired a celebrity is going to be running all of my social media, and we are also going to be changing my website to jennoldham.com because it was the EO Builder website that I had was great, but it didn't incorporate anything that had to do with my team name. So and we're going to have great content, and we're going to be looking for guest writers on my website. So I've hired a professional to do content for me that will be creating tons of content every week, and it will be a great resource for you and your teams. So that's my holiday present to myself and to you guys, because it'll be resources that will help you. So thank you. Okay, stop. Thank you. Stop. Thank you so much for being on this morning, and have a wonderful day.